Hello students, in this part of video we will learn looping statements. First we have to understand the meaning of looping. Looping means one task repeatedly using in your program. In a programming point of view, one statement, a set of statement are to be executed at certain period of time so that you can get your desired result. Sometimes it is needed in the program we have to execute a same set of statement at certain period of time so that we can get the desired output. For example, if you want to print natural numbers, uh, just I gave you an example. X equals to 10 I have written here, and I want to print 1 to 5. Sorry, I am initializing with the 1, okay, and then print X. So you will get 1. In next line, I am adding 1 to this variable x equals to x plus 1. I am forming this expression, and again I am repeating the same statement x, use x equals to x plus 1, and then print x. So the meaning is, suppose the same statement you are executing at certain period of time. So if this kind of task you need in your programming, then repeatedly writing the same statement, a group of statement so many times, we can use a looping statement. Suppose I am just giving an example with the one example, print natural numbers from 1 to 5. Print natural numbers from 1 to 5. Then one variable I have taken, then x equals to x equals to x plus 1, and then print x. These two statement, suppose I am executing this, run, look at here, the 2 is the output of this program is 2, because x is 1, or I have written x plus 1, so 1 will become means the value of x is 1 and we have added 1 in that value, so we have to start with the 0. So 0 and x, and then you can again run this program, you will get 1. And now repeatedly I am using the same statement of these two statements. Just isko copy and then paste, copy, then paste. 1 2 3 4 and 5. 5 times I am these two statement I have written 1 2 3 4 and 5 times. Now I am running this module and look at the output 1 2 3 4 5. So the output that we required is printed on a screen. So look at the program, we are using the two statement in that sequence a certain period of time. Here in this program we have used 5 times. So these two statement repeatedly using in your program to get the result. So suppose if you want to print 100 values, 1 to 100, then how many times? 100 times you have to type, you can copy and paste this program. But when the program increases, if the number of iteration is more required, then how many times you will print, means you will use the statement in your program. To overcome this program, looping statements are used. In Python, there are two looping statements. One is for and while. So you hope you can understand the need of looping statement. Now we will move to the looping statement. This is looping. Looping constructs are programming constructs that provides the capability to execute a set of statement in a program repeatedly. So when we execute a certain period of time, means the statement is to be executed certain period of time, so we have to use looping statement. Look at the syntax of for loop. The for loop is one of the looping statement. For loop, the for, then variable, in, sequence. Sequence means we can use any sequence, string, tuples, and list. So these are the sequences we can use with the for loop. An item in range, so we can also use a range function here. Okay, then colon sign you have to put, and then what statement that is to be executed in these two statement, these two, x plus 1 and print. So these two will execute at certain period of time, so we have to place these two statement inside the loop body. Else is an optional. Else executes only when the loop statement successfully completes their iteration. Then the else statement will execute. We will discuss else in later session. So before going to loop statement, we have to work on range function. What is the use of range function? The range function is a built-in function in Python and is used to create a list containing a sequence of number starting with the start and end with one less than the stop. So this is the range syntax. Range is start, stop, and step. So suppose if you have passed only one integer value, so it will generate 0 to n minus 1. So n is the number, or I show you how this works. So this is the, let me check the range function. Range 5. So it will generate in this format 0 to 5. We have to use one function, list function, so that it will convert whatever the number generated by range function, that will display in the form of list, and range and 5, then close, enclose. The list is a function that will convert the value generated by range function in list. So you look at the output 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are the values generated by range function. Suppose if you are using again range, and if you want to generate a value in a specific range, you are passing starting value. Just suppose I am giving the 2 and 10, and then so it will generate 0 to 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because start, it will take the starting value and minus 1 with last value. So last value n minus 1. So look at the output 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the output generated by this range function. We can also, one more thing we can use with the list range function, that is step value. Suppose if you want to generate 2 to 20 and you want to give a step value, so the first number is 2, and then after 2 statement the second value should be generated. So 2, then 4, then 6, 8. So this kind of list will generate. So look at the output: 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 and 80 generated by a range function. You can also generate the list in reverse order. For example, list with the help of range function, range, and suppose 10 to 1, okay, 10 to 0 and -1. So past value, so 10, 9, 7, 2, 3, 1. So in this way we can also generate range function. So whenever we use for loop, we have to use a range function also, and other sequence data type we can also use with the for loop. Next thing is, how can we use for loop? What is the syntax of for loop? So suppose I want to print the natural numbers from 1 to 5. So we have to use in this way for, and then the syntax, look at the syntax, syntax tells control variable in. So for, you can use any variable. Suppose I am using x here, so you can use any variable x, then use this in operator, then range function or any sequence we can use. So range, it will generate ultimately a list of values. So I want to print 1 to 6 I am giving, because 1 to the last number, it will generate from starting number to last number -1. So 1 to 6 and then colon symbol. After for loop we have to place colon symbol and then enter, and then you can pass this statement print x. So for x in range 1 comma 6. So what is the meaning of this? For x, so this is the iteration looping statement. So this loop will execute until the list ends. So list, what is the list generated by this range function? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this loop iterates 5 times. Very first time the value of 1 will assign into x, then the value will print, then the control automatically move to the next iteration. So in next iteration the value 2 will assign into x, then again the value will print. You have already learned in class 11, so I am not going in detailed explanation of this for loop. So hope you can understand what is the use of range function. You have already learned in the class 11. Okay, so in this way this loop will execute and you can get the result. So look at the result: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it print. So I am going to write a program using for loop to print 1 to 10 natural numbers. So simple hash symbol, that is command line, program to print natural numbers from 1 to 10 for x in range. We can use range function. So 1 to 10. So 1 is the starting value and 10 is my, so just you can pass one more value of the last number and then colon symbol and then print x. So this 2 lines of code that will print the value 1 to 10. Look at the result. look at the result. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So the for loop will print the value from 1 to 10. Okay, next range function we have already discussed. Look at this range 10. So it will generate output 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 to 11. So this will generate 1 to 10. 0 to 9, step 5. So 0, then 5 plus 5, then 10 15 20 25. 0 to minus 1. So minus 0, then minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 7 and minus 8. So this is the use of range function. So whenever we will use for loop in our program, so we have to use range function also. So this is the program to generate the table of number using for loop. So I am going to write a program for this. The program to print table of a given number. So given number means that number you have to take. So suppose I am using num variable and then int, because we have to use because input function accept value in string format, enter a number. Okay, then close. Then generally we know the logic behind the generation of table of any number. You have to multiply that number with 1 to 10. The very first time you have to multiply by 1, then in next iteration you have to multiply that number with 2, and in this repeatedly you are the same process you have to repeat. Means you have to apply, you can multiply the value up to 10. So for x I am using here x in range. So we have to generate a value from 1 to 10, because in every iteration we have to multiply with 1, then 2, then 3. So we have to generate a range of 1 to 10. So 1 comma 11 we can use. And then num is a variable. Now you directly print num is a variable and num in multiplied x. Okay, so look at the logic of this statement. Num, so the first line that will accept the value at runtime, and for loop x in range 1 2. So range will generate the value from 1 to 10, and in every iteration num will multiply with x. So very first time the x 1 will assign into x, in next iteration the 2 will assign into x. So this process will execute until list ends. So in every iteration you will get the value num multiplied by 1. The very first time num multiplied by 1, then next num multiplied by 2, then num multiplied by 3, num multiplied by 4. In this way you can get the result. So execute this program and look at the number. I am giving 5. So look at the table generates 5 10 15 20 25 30 35 40 45. So we have got the desired result. Okay, now you want to format this output. So if you want to format this output, so we can also, suppose if you want to print in this like output you want to get, Suppose if you want to get output in this format, 5 multiplied 1 and equals to 3. So what we have to do, num, the value of num will take, and then comma plus multiply symbol. You can use X here, capital X I am using. So if the value is written in single or double quotation, that will print as it is. Then num multiplied by X, okay, then comma and equal symbol, then num multiplied by X. So num, the value of num is the value that you will enter at runtime, so that will assign into num, so it will take that value. X, it is written in double quotation or single quotation, so that will print as it is. The X, small x, is the value of for loop. So in every iteration the list of range will assign into X. The very first time 1 will assign, next time 2, 3, 4 and so on, okay. And double equal, equal sign, so it will print as it is, and then num multiplied by X, okay. So now you can run and you check the output. Close this, open the new Python. Now run this. Enter number 5 and look at the output. 5 multiplied over 1 equals to 5. So you can get the result in this way, okay. Now move to the next looping statement, that is while loop. While loop, the while loop and for loop. For loop is called counting loop because the number of iteration you already know. The number of iteration is already known, so that's why it is called counting loop. Range function we are using, so we can understand the range will generate a certain range of values, a certain set of values, so that loop will execute at certain period of time. When the number of iteration is not known, then in place of for loop we can use while loop. How can we use while loop? So look at the syntax first. We have to observe the syntax of while loop. The while text expression, and then you have to pass a condition here, okay. So when the condition is true, then the control will enter in the body of while. So until condition false, the loop continuously executes, and when and else, again the else is the part when the loop while loop will execute successfully, then else will execute. So you have to form the expression in this way: while text expression and body of while. So the same, suppose 1 to 10 I want to print, and using while loop, how can we achieve this? So just go to the cell and write a program. Print print 1 to 5 using while loop, okay. While the syntax, first you assign the value. It has generally initialization, 3 parts: initialization part, updation part and loop body. X, you can use any variable. Suppose x equals to 1 I have assigned, then while, then you have to set a condition here, so that condition must satisfy the criteria you have passed, means that condition must be true at certain period of time. So x, suppose I want to print 1 to 10. So x is less than 10, because 10 we want to get the value up to 10. So x is x less than 10. Okay, and then, so while, then text expression, means here you have to form a logical expression, and then here print x, and then x equals to x plus 1. So look at the each and every statement here. So while x is less than 10, so how the loop, and we have to maintain this indentation, otherwise always we have to start with the whenever you write inside the while loop or for loop or if or any statement, you have to maintain the indentation, and both the statement at same indent, it means that both the statements are part of this while loop. X1, while x is less than 10, then print x. So the value of x will print here, and x equals to x plus 1, so that will increase the value of x by 1. So how this statement executes and how the flow of control moves inside this program, x equals to 1 while x is less than 10. So what is the condition here? X is 1, so x 1 is less than 10, true. Then the control moves inside the loop body, print x, the value of x will print, then x equals to x plus 1, the value of x will increase by 1. Then automatically, because it is a looping statement, so automatically control moves to this part, again it will check the condition. Now what is the, now this condition is true or false. So now the value of x is increased by 1, means the value of x is 2 this time. So 2 is less than 10, yes, again it moves inside the loop body and print the value of x. Now it will print 2, and then again it will increase the value of x by 1, then 3, then again it moves, and same process continuously execute, and until the condition false, the same process will means the same process will repeat until the condition false. Okay, now run this program and you can get the result. 1 2 3 4 5 10, only 9, so we have to change. So you can change the condition and you will get the proper, suppose where x is less than 11, we can pass here, so you will get 10 also. So in this way we can use while loop. So we can use any loop, for loop or while loop, so that is up to you. So whenever you want to use while loop or for loop, so it is up to you. If you want to, that's all for today's session, and if you want to ask any question, you have my WhatsApp number, so you can personally call me. You can also send some query, so I will try to resolve your queries, and try to reference your relevant textbook, and if you find any difficulties to understand the topic, so you can directly call me. Thank you very much.